Alright, I'm back from Planet Coaster, and today we're going to be designing this side up, but first there's like 2 or 3 things I messed up here that I want to fix. Like this. Gotta straighten this out and center it a bit better. Something like that. I'm okay, well actually I'm not okay with the terrain not mixing with that now. Whoops. Shit, okay. Let's Control Z that. I always think the little circle is what I'm using when it's not. Let me just fill that in slightly, and then we'll just switch this over to the dead grass and just fill that in over here. And probably whenever I'm doing like a speed up part, I'll come over here and just design this up with colored flowers alternating, similar to how we did it across here, but they'll just be coming down in between the little tents. And I wanted to add these in the corners, which I'll move the other tree, because, you know, they're in the other 2 corners. Why can't they be in the 2 that they're not? That makes sense. So we'll take this one over to here. There we go. Looks fine, I know. Major problem that wasn't there, I know. But let's do the fun part, which is start making the outline of the bushes on this side. That's about the same. Look how sad my janitor looks. Oh well. Also, I think after I stopped recording the other session, I threw down a couple more people to work around this area, so just so I don't forget. Nothing major. All they're gonna do is quit anyways after a while, so it's no big deal. Plus I have the game paused, so I don't think I can train any at the moment, because nothing has been running, but I'll check it once I'm done with this little line of bushes. I'm trying to get this done quickly now, because, you know, how many times can you watch me push bushes down? Put bushes down? That's how you say it. Let's see. Anybody? Oh, you can train, you can get trained. Who else? That's it, okay. There we go, so that we can just drag this across. Because it's the same line, it's not like it's going to shrink. There, looks good. Let me just drag this and see how close this gets. Oh, see, that's fine. Actually, right about there is where it would start to be a little iffy. If I could just turn that like 1 degrees the other way without messing this up, be great. I'm gonna leave that there as a marker. Actually, you know what? Here, pull this in to this one. I'm gonna try to turn this one and use that as like a guide. Just ever so slightly. Just that little slight turn right there. Okay, now let's Control X this one and see where this goes. I knew it. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Well, actually, this is going to end back here. That's right. Because I wanted them to end at, like, the same distance. Close to it, at least. You know, it doesn't have to be exact. So that means we'll probably have to cut a little bit of that off, which is fine. But it leaves me enough space that it's going to actually work. That seems pretty even. Close enough. And plus I can do this backwards now, so it's no big deal. So I'm not even going to show you this sped up. I'm just going to cut whenever it's done. Alright, now we got to shrink this ever so slightly. Just so it can run along there. I could always extend it this way ever so slightly. There we go. We can always fix that later, which we will, because we have to put the rocks around it. Just to get the general shape, just so this can slide by, and then I can mold it around it. See, I'm prepared this time. Last time, I did it ass backwards. This time, I'm prepared. That should run fine along the edge, right? Especially on the other side. Yeah, just barely. We're good on that. Okay. That could always be shrunk. No big deal. I wish I would have made like a longer hedge That'd be nice. You know what I'd like to see, though, in this game? I mean, obviously the DLCs are amazing, and I'm going to get the other DLC at some point. And build a different style park down the line. But, like, certain objects need extra... Like, this needs different sizes, how they have different size, like, blocks and everything. They need to do that with certain items in this game. Because it's, you know, you see all these options for certain items, and you're like, why doesn't this have this? Why can't I change the color of this, you know? Of this bush, but I can change the color of every other bush just because that one says red bush, you know. I don't know, just stuff like that. Now I wonder how this is going to line up with this path. Probably not too well, although no, that is curved. That is definitely not straight. Okay, I was going to say I could just bring those over, but that's not going to work. That whole side is going to be way more of a problem to make. Save that for the speedy up parts. Just because it's tedious, yes, but you know, for you it's a couple minutes. For me, it's like 10. Trying to get the angles right and everything. I mean, it doesn't bother me as much anymore. I'll just leave that there because I'm sure that'll be altered to fit with the other one going down this way. Alright, this thing. Nope, this one. Let's just cut that in, like, right there. Have it go close to it. And then we'll bring this out, like, here-ish. Can make this one a bit weirder shaped compared to the other one. Because I don't... Am I going to put a house here? Oh shit, that's right, I might put a house here. Let me push that back just slightly. Just like to there. Just to give me enough space. Then I gotta push these sides ever so slightly so it doesn't look as nasty and jagged. Why am I doing that? Why am I doing that? Because we're gonna be putting rocks in there. That's dumb. That made no sense. Should be doing that later though. We're not doing that right now. I'm trying to figure out things I can do now without having to speed up. Which really, I guess building the house, trying to build a house here would be ideal to start with. Okay, so I just scrapped about 20 minutes of footage because I was trying to make a house right here, so I was messing around with design, didn't like it, so I was like, oh, let's just copy and paste the house over and alter it. Didn't like that either. So I think I have a design I want to do now, and I also realize this is way too similar to each other. That's got to change. I probably just got to lop this extra part off, which I might try to do now. I hope. Flatten the foundation, right? That's the one. Because I can just delete the rocks in a second, but I just want to see if I can pull that over. Like so. Maybe I can just move the rocks around. You know, maybe I won't have to delete most of them. That'd be nice. Let's pull that back. And I don't have to mess with the terrain here because we're covering over with rocks, so it's no big deal. Except for that, unless I can get it to work. Okay, it looks fine. So yeah, been an interesting recording session for this, to say the least, because I've noticed the further I get into this, the more I keep throwing stuff away. Because I'm not very happy with how it turns out. Which I guess that's a good and bad thing. Well, I don't see how it would be bad, really, but maybe for me, because it feels like it's taken forever to do an episode. This could be about it. Nope, not up. Let's put that back down. Fix that. Like so. And drag this over. And we should be good, and I can delete the other ones. Maybe just for assurance, put one in the back here and just lower it and spin it. Just lower it down slightly, pull it in. Because this could probably go. This and this can go. And we'll just repaint this with the good color grass, green, that's what it's called. And we'll just lightly brush this with the rocks on the edges. There, now that doesn't look too similar. It's much better. Because that was not intentional. At all. Okay, let me go into custom and go into rustic. Get my good old walls out. So I decided on the design in my head. Now whether or not it's going to actually pan out to how I think it is, that'll be another thing. Because I want something small. I think about this size. Maybe I could push it back one more. Yeah, because I don't want it to be too close to the ride. So we can get rid of these middle sections. Oh no, I wanted to do it the other way. That's what it was. I wanted to spin this. I wanted to spin it like this. The sole reason of the roof I wanted to do. Yeah, okay. It's working for me now. So let me just get these little half wall things. Put them here. Nope, always do that. I will do that till the day I'm done with this game. Just an ever so slight delay from clicking that. Because I was thinking of adding like a tiny little extra roof going through the middle, cutting across this way. Just ever so slightly. I hope it works out. I really do. But you never know with this game until you actually build it, so let me try to find the roofs. It was... Was it wood tile? I think it was. Yeah. It was these slopes, wasn't it? Nope, it was the other ones. These. That's what this was, right? Nope. Fuck. That's kind of what I was going for. Because I didn't want it to go much higher than the actual roof that was there. Just something small and subtle to set it apart from everything else. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Because I want to save the crazier houses for whenever you get deeper into the village over here. I don't know why those clip through whenever I zoom out. Like right about there. Must just be the graphic settings I have. But now I have to go back to rustic and get the little wood pieces. Not the wood pieces, what am I talking about? The walls. There we go. Jeez. Was it this? No, too sharp. Oh, I hope they have one. Shit, I don't think they have a piece that's that low. Or is it this one? No, it's this one. Do I want to have it to the edge, or do I want to have it in there? It's kind of hard. You won't be able to see it. Okay, hold on. We might have to duplicate this and push it out just ever so slightly. Yeah, it's better. Definitely better. But it does kind of sink into there. Shit, I gotta find... Now I gotta go back into that. So I think we made some good progress throughout here. As you see, I didn't choose to put the bushes here. I put fences here instead. Changed it up slightly. But there will be bushes here for the most part. And a little house. See, that's the thing. This is a very small area I have to work with here, so I don't know if a house will actually work. Although I'd like to have one. I just don't know if I can fit it in between here. Because let's see, before I leave. If I could... Oh, that's right, because I have book typed in. If I could just try to fit something, we could always get rid of that. So then it would look too similar to what I have next to it, because I can't really do much with the shape here. Because like that's about all I can do. I mean, really, and it's not that bad. Because once you put the roof on it and everything, it wouldn't look too terrible. Let me see, I want to get the low roof there, but I want to get the high roof coming across the other way, because I don't want it to look like that. So yeah, we might do the roof facing this way. Let's see, what would I need? Because I want to make it kind of high. Actually, no, that's not going to work. What am I thinking? There we go. Something like this. And by high, I mean, you know, like that. Because we've been using the lower ones for other areas. So yeah, I think that'll work out. So now if I just go find the roofs real quick. Wood tile. And it was the 2 meter. I believe it was. Slope 2 meter. Yeah. That's right, we gotta hang these off the edge. Just ever so slightly. There we go, and then we need the little 1 meter for this, I believe. Yeah, then we'll just drag this back in to there. Oh, got that happening. That's not good. I wonder if I could cover that up with a wood block. See, I want to leave, but I want to test this out too before I leave. Building, I have to edit this because I always do that. What about just wood? Wait, don't I have the recent thing? Yeah. Always forget that's there. Okay, so let me just align the surface and snap it on there. Yeah, see, that might not work. Crap. What was it? Angle snap it. Even though I duplicated it, it's fine. It's no big deal. Actually, no, wait, what if I have a better idea? I mean, I don't know why I deleted that, we're gonna need it anyways. Can I duplicate these? No, I can't. Of course I can't. Oh wait, doing this way, yeah. I was gonna say, what if I drag this through all the way? I had an extra little thing here. Because that way it goes across, it gets a little extra lip going, and we could throw in something here. Just to give it a different look. I'm okay with that. We'll experiment with that more next episode. So, I'm done for today. I'll see you next time. Gotta move this over to here. Goodbye.